Welcome back, Motorheads. This is Project Car Finds on Facebook Marketplace, and this week we talk about cars that are available running and driving for $6,000 or less. First, 1965 Dodge Dart for $4,000. This little Dart's already had an LS swap, rocking a 6-liter GM, and also has a 350 turbo transmission. Well, the cool factor just went straight through the roof on this little Dodge Dart, because there's not a whole lot of things that make these little 65 Dodge Darts very cool, but this one here having that 6-liter LS in there, you know this thing's going to be like a little rocket ship on wheels. And honestly, the car itself really does not look bad. The body looks to be in fairly decent shape. Now, personally, I think this would make somebody one hell of a little running, driving project car. Maybe even a good daily driver. For under $6,000, you'll have a classic. What do you guys think of this little Dart? Leave it down in the comments. Up next, 1980 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 for $5,200. This one here is rumored to have a mile built 350 and a lot of other goodies under the hood. Well, if you're into this body style Camaro, you might be in luck. This is a running, driving project that could be potential daily driven project material for under $6,000. Look at the pictures here. The car doesn't appear to be in too awful shape. The interior, yeah, it's a little roached out. It needs some love, but hey, it's under $6,000 in today's crazy prices. This might be a pretty good buy for under $6,000. Leave it in the comments what you think. Next, got a 1977 Chevrolet Monte Carlo for $5,000. Not much great information about this one here, or good pictures for that matter, but if you're into this body style Monte Carlo and this is what you've got to have, this one here is under $6,000. It claims to be a running, driving car. Now, from the pictures they do have, it doesn't look to be in too terrible of shape, but it is, once again, under $6,000. If you're on a budget and you can't live without this 77 Monte Carlo, this might be for you. Next, 1967 Plymouth Fury for $6,000. This one here is rumored to have a 318 in it that runs and drives, said needs a power steering pump, comes with a new intake and carburetor. From the pictures, this little Fury actually does look to be in fairly decent shape. And if you're really into this body style Fury, this might be a hell of a buy for you. This is another running, driving project car that you can get for $6,000, or probably a little less if you go in there and negotiate properly. But however, what do you guys think of this little Fury, and what do you think of the price? Leave it in the comments. Next, got a 1975 Chrysler Newport for $4,500. This one here is rumored to have 68,000 original miles. It's a 440 car with AC and power windows. Now, this is a 4-door. It comes with the bullhorns, for God's sakes. That just made it a little cooler. But anyway, if you're into the 4-door cars, not really my thing, but you're looking for a nice cruiser for the family for under $6,000, this might be one hell of a good little project car for you here, because this car is in really good shape. I don't really see anything standing out from the pictures on the body, any real damage or anything, and the interior in this car is like almost flawless from what you can tell in the pictures. I think this would make somebody one hell of a little cruiser for the family for $4,500. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. Next, got a little 1972 Volkswagen Beetle for $6,000. This one here is rumored to have a new fuel pump, oil filter seal, and valve cover gaskets last year. So that just means they're slightly used new parts, you know, in his mind. But anyway, here's a little Volkswagen Beetle that actually doesn't look to be too bad. It's kind of customized, looks a little different. Somebody's put their spin on it. But if you're into the little bugs, and this one here is $6,000 running and driving, I would definitely try to negotiate for a little better than $6,000 on this car. But this car overall doesn't appear to be in too bad a shape. It's actually pretty dang cool for a little bug. The interior looks pretty good from the pictures they supplied, at least the front part of it anyway. What do you guys think, and what do you think of the price? Next, got a 1978 Buick for $5,400. Well, this seller here was too worried about telling us what this car shares with other cars instead of telling us more factual information about his car. Well, since he didn't really want to give us any real information, I guess we'll all have to try to figure this out together looking at the pictures here. Overall, the car doesn't appear to be in too bad a shape. Does have a Landau roof package on it, which may be some rust there. There may not be. Hard to tell. Overall, like I said, the car does look to be in pretty decent shape. These, yeah, I can kind of take them or leave them. They're not the most desirable, not the best looking cars, 100%. The interior looks to be pretty decent. And looking at the engine picture, I'm almost thinking that's a little V6 Buick under the hood. Next, got a 1971 Buick Skylar for $49.95. This Buick's rumored to be a 60,000 original mile car with a 350 V8. Well, judging from the pictures, the car appears to be fairly complete. I don't see anything really missing from the car here in the photographs. I don't see any real serious body damage or any real serious body work that needs to be done. I see they're starting some body work and they're sanding down the bare metal. I hope if they're leaving it outside, they decide to seal it so it does not rust away because of the part of the world they're in. What do you guys think of this little Skylark, and what do you think of the price? Leave it in the comments. Up next, the third Buick Skylark of the day. This one here's a 72 for $5,500. Supposedly, this one here's another original mile car at 75,000 miles with a V8 and no rust with a clean title. While from the limited pictures they supplied, it actually doesn't look to be in too bad a shape and fairly complete. And then once again, this is another running driving project car for under $6,000. What do you guys think of this one? Leave it in the comments. Up next, got a 1966 Cadillac for $5,000. Seller says runs and drives fine with a 429. Now it's got me sounding like Ryman Simon. Actually, I kind of think this Cadillac looks pretty dang good. I don't quite like how low they went with it. I think it should be up just a little bit, because you're not getting in and out of any driveways with this thing being that low. You're dragging something somewhere. But another one for under $6,000. What do you guys think of the Caddy? Leave it in the comments. Up next, got a little 1951 Ford Shoebox for $5,000. Well, this little Ford here's got the heartbeat of a Chevrolet with a 350 cubic inch and is sporting some dual cherry bombs that need to be cut off and thrown to trash immediately. This car definitely has some cool custom old mods like they used to do back in the day. Love the DeSoto grill, not so much the louvers they put in the hood, but overall this is a really cool little shoebox. And this shoebox is under $6,000. It's running and driving. You've always wanted a shoebox at an obtainable price, one that you can actually drive and enjoy while you make it what you want. This one here might be one of the best buys that I found all day, especially in the Northeast. Well, what do you guys think of this little shoebox? Leave it down in the comments. Well, that's all I have for you today. If you liked today's video, smash that like button, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.